just going to tell you something that is going to help you. It's going to help many young girls. I know the pressure is high for many girls, these days. The pressure to settle down, the pressure to have a relationship, the pressure to be with someone, the pressure to have children, right? And it's a very, very beautiful thing to be in a relationship. It's a very lovely, lovely experience to get married, to be with somebody. But if you make your decision to be with a person out of desperation, without not looking very carefully, you will end up to regret, and you will find out that sometimes there are things that we chase after that if I wish we have relaxed a little bit to assess who we're actually chasing after, or who we are planning to even spend that or live the experience with, you'll find out that it would have helped rather than deliver you or brought you so much pain, later in future. So one thing I always tell my beautiful ladies, to my beautiful young girls out there, is that you are the prize. You are the princess of the castle. It doesn't mean because you haven't got qualification, or because you haven't got a very good career, or because you were not born in an environment that maybe your parents does not have a lot of money, or because maybe your upbringing you are not like other of your friends that they've got everything put together. It does not matter. What matter in life is how you see yourself and how you view yourself, right? If you believe that you are the princess of the castle and you're the prize, who is going to tell you that you're not? Right? You can only believe what people call you, or the name that people choose to describe you as, only when you accept it. But when you believe and you know who you are, and you understand your worth, and you know that nobody can define you but you will never settle for what people define you as. So anyway, to go back to what I was trying to share with you is that in life, I use one word that when it gets to you settling down in life, or you choosing a partner, or you are even thinking of dating, don't date out of desperation. Never date out of loneliness, because most times many people who date out of loneliness, because for those who live in the Western world, because the weather is so cold, I need somebody to warm me up. No, you don't need anyone. You need yourself to warm yourself up. You don't. You need a guy that is mentally stable, because relationship have got some. When you've got a relationship with a person, you're dating a guy, or you guys dating a girl, for example, right? There's this well-being where the relationship is so good. It provides you mental stability, and there's this feeling of happiness, right? Just knowing the fact that you have somebody that you can have a conversation with, just knowing the fact that you have somebody that you can laugh with, right? That's part of what I believe relationship is for anyway. Because if not, who would really want to be dating anyone anyway? So I believe you choosing a person, don't choose the person just because you want to have, you want to lie down with a person, or you want to have some same things that you want to do, which that's your, let's not go there. But I believe before you making up your mind that you want to settle down, or you want to date anybody, you need to ensure that you're focusing on who is that person. It's very important. Who is the person? Are they mentally ready? Are they mentally stable? Right? Because you want to know. Because just imagine you go into a relationship with a guy that is still confused, and is not ready, or he does not know what he wants in life. He does not know the value of a woman. He does not have any moral value. What do you think the person is going to offer you? Right? Because I think you can save yourself from crying tomorrow by doing it now. Don't choose a guy because is very, very attractive, or because you met him and you find this chemistry, right? That is not the only thing that makes a successful relationship. A relationship needs more than that. A relationship needs a guy who can respect you. A relationship needs a guy that is loyal, a guy that is truthful, a guy that is caring, a guy that it can go out of his way to make you smile, to make you happy. But how would that happen if you're chasing after him? Right? Because letting him do his job, you're taking his job out of his hand. So how do you know if tomorrow that you're crying and he's not paying you attention, or he's not even looking after the children, or he's not caring for the children, right? How would you not blame him for that? Right? Because at the end of the day, he can turn around and say, you were chasing me, you were going after me, I was never ready for a relationship. Right? That's why you want to know, what is this guy in your life? What is he in your life for? You want to ask yourself a question. And I use one word because, due to, I don't know if you read most of my quote, I would advise you go straight to my Instagram. There are so many motivational, inspirational quotes that I write. Before you choose a guy to come into your life, never make a decision with emotions. Don't choose a man by using your brain, your heart. If you want to make a very, very rightful decision in your life, use your brain and do not allow your heart to get involved when you're making a decision, because that will help you. Why did I say that? It will help you to analyze a bit deeper. It will help you to be able to figure out, who is this person, right? What is their intention in my life? Do they really care about me the way I care about them? Do they really value me the way I value them? Are they looking for the same thing that I'm looking for, right? Do they have respect for themselves, right? Because you want to know all these things. Because there are certain things that you might think that it's not important. Oh no, it's not important. Let me put that aside. It's not important. We'll fix it. You won't fix it. You will not fix it. You can only fix it when it's just fresh. You can only see if the guy can be able to fix himself, because you can't change anybody anyway. Right? A man can only change anybody in life anyway, not just based on a man. A person can only change when they are ready, or when they have seen a reason why they should change at the first place. That's when people change. If not, they will never change. But if you accept them for those type of, maybe for example, they've got some red flag that you never pay attention to, and after dating that person and you're thinking, oh, hold on a minute, can we start fixing this? They're going to look at you and say, are you kidding me? How are you going to fix all these things? But you saw these things at the beginning, but you accepted me. Why do you want to change me now? That is where the arguments start coming in a relationship. Right? So what you know that you don't want, do not even entertain it. And do not chase. That is the key word. Don't chase so that you can save your children a lot of problem tomorrow. So you can save your children a lot of depression, anxiety tomorrow. Because most times, because we as women, we chase and we make decisions out of desperation, and we start having children with this type of individual guys who are not mentally ready, who are not mentally stable, right? Or who don't even know what they want with their life. That's when you see that when the child comes, we put ourselves under pressure, and we start stressing, and we start crying, and we start saying, I thought God would have fixed him. No. You were meant to make that decision from the day one. That was part of your assignment. You were meant to think, right? Not just using your emotions and thinking, oh yeah, because it's good, he can do this, he can do that to me, blah, 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 blah. Let me just deal with it, right? Later, things will sort themselves out. No, it will never sort themselves out. You need to put your foot down and sort things out before you even start going to level 2. So that way, you don't start having children and you start putting yourself through a lot of things. Because remember, having a child, it takes a lot. But the worst thing is when you're so stressed, you're so depressed, and your child have to go through that with you. That is the worst that can ever happen. And you don't want to put yourself through that. So be the princess of the castle, regardless of your situation, regardless of your circumstances, regardless if you are educated or not. Because remember, education have no age limits. Wherever that you have not been able to accomplish, right, before, there is still time for you to accomplish them and build yourself again. And when a man loves you, trust me, he will walk with you. And I hope I got you inspired.